As you as a couple start to work through these ideas of what is happening, what needs to stop, what needs to happen, how what is the function of these things, it's very important to recognize that each person in this relationship has a responsibility. Now, I've worked with couples with addictions, without addictions, and I've worked with couples who are starting out and kind of some that have ended. And one of the things that I tell them, and I think it is a true principle that is important for people to recognize, is that each person in the relationship has a responsibility to work on the relationship and try to improve things. Each person in the relationship has a responsibility to look at their partner and have that person's happiness and stability and joy be one of those number one priorities in your life. So, with this of recognizing what is my responsibility, what is it I need to do, I sometimes come up with this resistance with the partner who has felt betrayed, the partner who doesn't have the addiction, who hasn't caused the addiction, who can't control the addiction. Be like, this isn't my problem. I haven't done anything. Why is it that I have to be responsible here? Right? I have been the responsible one. And my response to that is, you're right. You didn't cause this. You can't cure this. You can't control this, right? But you can support. You can be helpful. And even if, let's say, there was no addiction, for the relationship to work, both people have to be putting in effort so that it does work. A lot of times what we see is one or both people stop doing the things that were helpful. They start to kind of get busy with their lives, get busy with things, with kids, with work, with whatever, and they let the relationship go on the back burner. And in doing that, they start to kind of just live these parallel lives where they're living together, maybe living, sleeping in the same bed, have sex every now and then, but they really don't connect in any meaningful way. They stop dating, they stop talking. Besides just the practical logistical things of, hey, I'm taking this person here, you going there, what time are you getting home, what can you grab this, again, like it's not a very fulfilling relationship. And that's if one person stops doing it, one person feels left out, or if both people just kind of let things go. So just at a base for relationships, things that I want my couples that to know that I feel is helpful for the couple to heal and grow and for addiction recovery to happen is that both parties need to acknowledge and accept that they have a responsibility for healing, they have a responsibility for growth, they have a responsibility for the relationship to help things move along. Now, this is different for each person, right? So let's say the person with the addiction, the person with the problem, they have a responsibility to take ownership of their actions, their choices, and what they have done. They need to acknowledge and accept that, yes, I have destroyed trust. I have ruined many good things. I have acted out, I have lied, I have hidden, I have gotten to points where I just didn't care. I have facilitated and created this problem. Yes, there are outside influences. Yes, there are things that kind of prompt and that kind of push us for this. There can be traumas and issues from the past, but right now, today, and in the last relapse and every relapse, there are choices and things that the addict has done and chosen and acted in that has caused pain, problems, and issues, and they need to acknowledge that. They need to acknowledge that they are not going to have and take responsibility that they don't have trust, right? That they haven't earned that trust, or they've ruined the trust that they used to have, or the image that they used to have of them, kind of their partner used to have of them, is now different, and that is based on the choices and actions that they've made. I mean, not 100%, but a lot of what the problem is within the relationship has been caused by one's actions, and they need to take responsibility. Like, yes, I've done this, and I need to do things in recovery and take action to make things better. That the addict has to be willing to go to meetings, kind of do the work, journal, steps, go to the doctor, do whatever it takes, have a sponsor, make the connections, and make the sacrifice to help things move along. They also, the addict has to recognize that they have a responsibility to their partner to reconcile, to be honest, to open up, to work on to work on the relationship, to show love and compassion, to fight for that relationship, to to put in as much passion and care for that relationship as they do for recovery. Yes, recovery work can be for the relationship, but to recognize my partner needs my time, my attention. My partner needs love and patience and compassion. My partner needs support and healing and help that the addict can give. And so the addict needs to take responsibility for acting out in the addiction, needs to take responsibility for recovery efforts, and needs to take responsibility for the relationship that they have to, in their minds, again, in their minds, that they have 100% responsibility to try to make things better. Now, shifting from the addict to the partner of the addict or the partner of the person with the problem, they also have to take full responsibility, 100% responsibility that the relationship needs work, that the relationship needs help, and that they need to put in time and energy, compassion, patience, and love to their partner to help them feel supported, to help them feel heard and understood, to help them feel safe enough to continue to share and open up. The person who has been kind of the partner needs to take responsibility that the relationship is there 100% responsible to help build it, to help establish it, to be open for connection, to be open for working on things. The partner also needs to understand that they have a responsibility for their own healing. The person with the addiction, the person with the bad behavior, the compulsion, needs to be helpful, supportive, and kind of be open and be there to do what is necessary to make reconciliation, make restitution. But also, the partner needs to be like, I need to go, if I need to go to therapy, if I need to talk with somebody, if I need to open up, if I need to journal, if I need to cope. Even if they did not cause the problem, they have pain, they have trauma, they have things that they need to deal with. And they need to learn that they need to deal with it. So both parties need to help and have that mentality that they are fully responsible, to not wait for the other person to start doing what they think they need to be doing, to be like, I need to take full responsibility on my side. How can I step up as a partner? How can I step up in my own healing and recovery? That both of you need to do. And to discuss boundaries. What is mine? What is it I'm going to do to help out here? And what is it that you should not do this? This is mine. Let me be the participant here. Let me be the one taking charge or taking lead in this area. If it has to be about honesty, it has to be about kind of sharing. If it has to be about going to meetings, being able and willing to say, hey, for me to feel safe, I need you to do this. If you can't do this, gotta talk with me. Let's discuss. Today, after this module, I want you two to take some time together to discuss who's responsible for what. What is it you are taking responsibility for? What is it you are going to do so that you can help the relationship and help things move forward? What, to also discuss here, what things make it difficult for you to do those things? And how is it your partner can help you so that you can do what you feel you need to do to help the relationship grow? For you to do what you need to do to heal. If you need to go to therapy, talking about pricing and kind of taking care of the kids while you're in meetings, whatever that is, finding ways to coordinate and better function as a relationship. So talk. What are you responsible for? What is it you need help with? What is it you need from your partner so that you can fulfill your side of things? And just have a conversation about this. Write things down. Make commitments, and start taking action to be more responsible together and individually, and have the focus be on, hey, this is my job. This is what we're gonna do. This is where we're gonna go.